Hi guys, welcome back to K&J's Baking, and today we're going to be making chocolate raspberry squares. So this is my mom's recipe. Hopefully we can all do this together. So these are the ingredients: 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of margarine softened, 1 egg beaten, half a teaspoon of almond extract, 1 cup of raspberry jam, and 1 cup of chocolate chips. Now you'll have to preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit, and it will be going in the oven for about 40 minutes. What we're going to be doing first is get a large bowl and mix in flour and the sugar. Alright, we have our large bowl here. Now we're going to mix in our 1 3/4 cup of flour and 1 cup of sugar. So I'm going to get those ingredients and then we'll put them together, mix them, and then I'll give you guys the next step. Alright, so now I have my flour here, and I'm going to take my 1 cup and then I'm going to do 3 1/4. So what you'll need for this is a whisk. You just need a whisk, nothing like a hand mixer or anything. This is going to be basically all by hand. So don't add that. Alright, so now I'm going to use 3 of these. So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so now that that's in, now I'm going to get 1 cup. You can use the same cup as you use in the flour. 1 cup of sugar. Alright, there's my sugar here. It's granulated sugar, not confectioner sugar. So I've got my 1 cup here and pour that in. Now I'm just going to grab a whisk to whisk everything together. I'm going to use this baby one, super small. Alright, so while we're whisking this together, after we're done whisking this together, we should start preheating the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. This is done mixing. Just make sure that you don't see any more sugar at the top, so it's thoroughly mixed. And then I'm gonna go preheat the oven, and then I'll tell you guys next instructions. All right, so now we're gonna take some 1 cup of margarine or butter. So I'm gonna use some butter here, and what we're gonna do is get a pastry blender, and we're gonna basically smush all of that together so it's nice and smooth. I'm just going to go find it, and then I'll be back to you guys. Alright, so I have my pastry blender right here. So now I'm just going to grab my butter. This should be 1 cup. Alright, there's 1 cup. Put that in. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing is grabbing our pastry blender, and we're going to be smushing it all together, so then we have a nice consistency. I'll show you guys what it should look like after, and then I'll get you guys on to the next step. This could also take a few minutes. Just if it gets stuck in here like this, just don't be afraid to just use your fingers, because you're going to be needing to use your fingers a lot. So you want to kind of do a twisting motion while you turn the bowl so it gets evenly mixed throughout. Alright, so I at the end started using my hands, and you want to have it so if you go like this, then it kind of sticks together. So that means that it's mixed well. Just make sure you get all those little clumps of butter with your hands. So now we're going to add an egg, and this egg has to be beaten. So you're going to have to stir it up a ton, so then it's like kind of yellow. So then we'll pour it in and then mix it well, and then we're going to add almond extract. Alright, so I'm just going to wash my hands, and then I'll get that egg, and then we'll beat it up. Alright, so I have my egg here, and then the little container, or little bowl. No, I'm just going to crack it, put it in, and then I'm just going to grab my mini whisk again, and I'm going to stir it up. This is just 1 egg, so just like that, till it's yellow. Make sure there's no separated. And then I'm going to go stir this up a little while, and then we're going to grab the almond extract and put those all in together. Alright, so my egg is beaten, And I have some almond extract, and then we're gonna do half a teaspoon, remember teaspoon, of almond extract into our mixture. So I'm just gonna pour that in. There you go. And put that in our mixture. And now we're gonna add our egg, and we're gonna put that in slowly, not too fast. All right, so now I'm gonna grab a big whisk, and then we're gonna whisk that all together, and then, well, you have to mix it really well, and then we're gonna be setting it aside for later on. All right, I got my big whisk, and I'm just gonna whisk it together, and then I'll show you guys what the consistency should be for your batter or your crust. All right, now we're gonna get a 9 by 13 pan, and we're gonna grab some butter or oil, and we're gonna spread it around the edges of our tart or squares. So I'm just gonna get some oil, and then we're gonna put it in and spread it around the sides. And once again, I'm gonna be using this coconut oil. It's a really good brand because it has a little thing that has a little nozzle that you can pour it in. So you're just gonna pour it in a tiny bit, about this size, and screw the lid back on. So now we're gonna grab some paper towel and spread around, or you can use your hands if they're clean. I'm going to use, so we have extra butter. I'm going to use this wrapper that had the butter was on. So you got extra grease. So you're just going to spread it around all the sides. Make sure it's evenly distributed. Make sure it's on the sides and on the bottom, everywhere. Well, you can't really see it. And now we're going to take 1 cup of our mixture and press it into the pan so it's flat. So basically like a crust. So we're going to grab a cup of it. There you go, there's a cup. And we're going to put it in our pan and press it down flat until it is flat. Well, press it down until it's covering the whole entire pan. If you need a little bit more mixture, that's fine. Just like the minimum is 1 cup. Just don't use all of it up because we're going to be needing some more for the topping. Alright, so I have it all spread into my pan. I used a little bit more than 1 cup. So now we're going to be grabbing, now we have to have 1 cup of raspberry jam. I have a ton of raspberry jam here. It doesn't have to necessarily be raspberry jam. It could be strawberry jam, or it can be blueberry jam, or blackberry jam, any jam, but I'm just going to choose raspberry jam because we have raspberry jam. Alright, so I'm just going to wash my hands, and then we will grab our spatula and scoop out half a cup and spread it around, 1 cup, and then we're going to spread it over the crust. Alright, so I have my jam open, and here is my cup, so I'm just going to spatula out some and put it in our cup until it's 1 cup. Alright, there's 1 cup. Now we're going to pour it on to our crust, and we're going to spread it out evenly. Like that. Spread it out nicely. Alright. Make sure you don't really get it at the sides of your pan because then it will stick. Just keep it on your dough. Alright, mine is all smeared out. And now we're just going to grab the rest of this and cover the sides. And then we're going to crumble some on top or put it over top. But before we do that, we're going to be adding some chocolate chips to this mixture. You can do white chocolate. You can even add almonds if you want, like sliced almonds. But I'm not going to bother with it. So, we're going to be doing 1 cup of chocolate chips into this mixture. So I'm going to go get the chocolate chips, scoop it in there, and then we'll be good. What I'm going to do to spice up the recipe a little bit, I'm going to grab some frozen raspberries and basically pour them over our raspberry jam. So we'll have more texture and it will taste better. Alright, that's all. I used the bottom of the bag so it'll be a little kind of crumbly. Alright, so this is what it looks like right now. Pretty yummy. So I'm going to just use our spatula, smooth that out. All right. Now we're going to mix in our chocolate chips. We're going to use 1 cup of chocolate chips into this mixture. All right. So I'm going to go get those chocolate chips, and well, I'm going to mix them in with you guys. All right, I have the chocolate chips, and now I'm going to just pour them into this 1 cup here. There you go, 1 cup chocolate chips. And I'm going to pour it into our mixture. All right, so now that we have all those chocolate chips in there, we're going to grab our whisk and whisk it all up. So it will look like cookie dough, but it'll taste better because it's going to be on raspberry. So then we'll be crumbling it over, or you can lay it straight over top, whatever you want. I'm just going to choose one of them. I don't know. Maybe I could do half crumbled, half just laid over top, but I think I'm just going to be doing crumbling because that's easier. So I'm just going to mix them up, and then I'll show you guys how to crumble it over your guys' tarts or your squares. Alright, so I have my chocolate chips mixed in, and we're just going to crumble it over top of our cake. Or not our cake. We're just going to crumble it over our squares. This is a really good thing, dessert or snack for a picnic. Just to grab and go. So we're just going to crumble it over all our thing. Make sure you don't have too big of clumps, because then it will just not look that good. I made this a little while ago when we went camping with our cousins, and I did it with real raspberries, and I think I did raspberries and blueberry jam. It was really good. Alright, and just add the last bit, cover those holes there, pat it down, cover those raspberries. This is going to taste so good. I hope you guys should make this at home with your family, and I really recommend those Reese's cups that I made in the last video. They are so good. They're even better than Reese's cups. Mateus ate them, almost all of them. My older brother, he has his own channel. It's called Matt Coster. You should go check that out also. And I would definitely recommend making those peanut butter balls. They were a huge success, and I hope you guys make this too, because this is really good, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So there's my squares. Now I'm gonna bake it for 40 minutes. My oven just beeped, and it's ready to preheat. I mean, not ready to preheat, but it's ready to cook. So I'm gonna pop it in there for 40 minutes, and then make sure to so it should be done when it gets brown on the top. So then you know that's ready. So then we're gonna be taking it out, and hopefully it will taste good. Alright guys, I want to give a shout out to Haley Brookhouse for watching, and I hope you like my videos, and I'm just going to go check our squares and see if they're ready. Alright, so I'm just getting our thing out of the oven. It looks beautiful. Alright, I think it's warm enough to go in here. So now what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting it out and doing a display cool thing, you know, like I did in the peanut butter ball video. So hopefully you guys like and subscribe and comment down below. If you can comment down below, I'm going to try work on that, because right now you can't really comment down below. So I'm going to fix that problem. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see ya! Hey guys, and this is the final result. It looks very good, and it tastes amazing. Hopefully you guys can make these at home. Chocolate raspberry squares, or whatever kind of squares you want. And, alright, bye.